Okay. So now I wanted to talk to you about how to find, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work directly from our worksheet, okay, which is our Tax Unlimited worksheet. And the very first thing it says is your total sales, including your sales tax. Okay, so we all know that that's going to come from your weekly accomplishment sheet. And I hope I didn't confuse it earlier, just call me. But as I showed you earlier, you want to record everything that leaves your shelf that's not personal use or a demo, okay? And if you need help with that, you can go on the UnitNet and under New Consultant Training, and it says, I have a conference call recorded that says how to enter your weekly accomplishment sheets, okay? I walk you through it. So what we need to do at this point is get your total sales. And where your total sales comes from is it comes from your year-to-date sales. But here's your catch. If you were a consultant that has been in business before July 1st, that means you have to get your sales from last seminar year. So if you're a consultant that started your business from July 1st on of this year, you can take your sales, take all your numbers directly from here, and you're done. Okay? Okay, so now I'm talking to my consultants that were in business before July 1st. And Mary Kay's seminar year, their fiscal year runs on our seminar year, which it starts July 1st and ends June 30th. Okay, so those numbers that reflect here on your weekly accomplishment sheet are also on the seminar year. So I'm going to tell you how to find January through June 30th. Is you go back to your ending number of December of last year, your very last one, and you'll just subtract that off at the end of June. Okay, and you'll find January through June, and then you automatically, your weekly accomplishment sheet, as you go through your numbers, you'll understand on July 1st everything goes to 0. July 1st everything's 0. It starts brand new year, so you have your next 6 months. So I'll repeat that. If you were in business before July 1st, what you'll do is go back to December's 2011's number, your grand total, and you'll subtract that off of your total on June 30th. Okay, if that makes sense. If it confuses you, just let me know. All you gotta do is look at your totals, you'll understand. Okay, just that Mary Kay runs from July 1st to June 30th. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk to you about is the 3 numbers you need to pull off of this sheet. Is you need your sales plus the tax, and where you're gonna find that is year-to-date sales, and then also your sales tax you collected. Okay, so that's going to go in your very first one, your very top line on your accounting, and then your beginning inventory. That is going to be, you're going to get that from here. Section 1 purchases, your cost from your packing slips. That comes directly from here. And section 1 is your retail product at wholesale cost right here. Okay, your cost, this is your packing slips from your product orders. And personal use, that's where we put that in, plus the tax. Don't forget closing inventory at your cost. You want to, that's where I said to you, you want to do your ending inventory as of December 31st. So your beginning inventory will be 0. If you started your business this year, it's 0, and your ending inventory is December 31st. If you were in business last year, you're going to go to last year's taxes, and your ending inventory will be this year's beginning. Okay? The next thing I want to talk to you about is advertising. That's your PCP, your preferred customer lookbooks. You can go on your account statements and you can see that. Advertising can be your personal website, $50 a year, $25 for a new consultant. Advertising can be anything at all, like if you did a craft fair, a vendor show, anything at all. That can be your direct expense. Just, I have a file and I have for advertising. All my slips go in there. At the end of the year I total them up, and I have a little slip on the front that says advertising with my total, and I plug my number in. Okay, insurance on Mary Kay product. I do not carry insurance. The company does offer it, so that's up to you. Interest on loan or credit card. If you have any interest on any credit cards, bank statements, fees, whatever, go ahead and put that on there. And again, you'll have your statements to prove. Dry cleaning, because we are actually asked to wear a suit and we have a uniform, obviously you're dry cleaning. Legal and professional, whoever you pay to do your taxes, if you have someone like that. And then also office and bookkeeping expenses. So for example, if you have Susie that comes in and does your weekly accomplishment sheets every week, does some filing and reorganizes your inventory, maybe clean up your office, and you pay her $20 a week, add that up, 20 times 12, and there you go. That's a direct expense for your business, okay? Weekly meeting fees. This is where I said to you to keep, you know, track, a tally. If you pay $5 every time you walk in the door, there you go. Supplies. This is your office supplies, your business supplies, your class supplies. Think about your tape, scissors, ink pens. Think about your cotton balls, Q-tips, rubbing alcohol to sterilize. Tablecloths for your tables, candles to make things look good. Think about everything, you guys. The sky's the limit. Think about all your gift wrap. Think about shred. Candies to put in your little baskets. You know, really open up your mind. Oh my gosh, you can use everything. Your envelopes to mail, even your little thank you cards, okay? Sales tax paid from packing slips. Again, you can pull that number directly off of here. Sales tax paid, okay? Travel expense, career conference, any kind of like the Lori Hogg workshop, anything at all, any kind of travel expense. Say you did a skincare class in a different state. Oh my goodness, you get to write that off. Again, all the details you'll talk to your accountant for. I'm just giving you some real quick general information. Meals and food is a tax write-off at 50%. So make sure that if you go for dinner with your girlfriend and you share some products with her, there you go. Bank charges on Mary Kay account. Pro-pay fees. That is where Mary Kay in touch, we have the availability to process people's credit cards. Don't forget, every month you want to print off a statement that shows your fees, that shows your summary report, and you also have your fees. And I believe it's like $30, or if it went up a little bit, I'm not sure, I have to ask our office assistant, but whatever it is to get started for every year to pay for that as well. That's all a direct write-off, you guys. Dues and publications, like I said, your website, if you have any other websites out there, whatever you have going on. Postage, huge write-off, you guys, huge. All of my stamps, I write off. All my postcards, all of that. Your postage on all of your freight, on all of your expenses on your inventory sheets is your freight expenses. Section 2 from your packing slips, immediate expense, okay? Workshops, like I said, and then a few other extras that are not on this sheet that you're gonna add would be demos, Mary Kay attire, and maybe a Christmas open house, okay? Otherwise, you'll just go ahead and work it all into there. And make sure you have a receipt to back them up. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you about is telephone and communication expenses. Mary Kay, your house phone or your home residential phone, the direct line you cannot write off, but you can write off all the enhancements. So if you have long distance, call waiting, caller ID, all of that can be a tax write-off. Your second phone line, if you have a second phone line in your house, that can be your business line. You can have your direct expense for Verizon, for your cell phone, whoever it is, AT&T. Your cell phone is a direct expense. How awesome is that? Internet is a direct expense. So we all have internet anyway. We have a cell phone anyway. We drive our car to work anyway. We wanted that brand new handbag anyway. Guess what? We're all getting money back. Okay. The next thing I want to talk to you about, I'm working right down my sheet, is your vehicle. Again, it shows here on here the purchase price, lease payments, all this, we use straight mileage method. You get the best amount of a tax deduction. Beginning and ending odometer reading, and the number of miles you drove with your car. Okay, with Mary Kay, and you have your log to prove it. The next part is home office expense. Huge, you guys, huge. In your house, you need to clean out a room, clean out a spot somewhere, and designate it for your Mary Kay office if you don't already have it. I've always had one particular room. I've always used my basement. I've rented a training center. Now I built a whole room in my garage. But long story short, you want to take a desk, have that for your office, have all your products there, and you can set up a nice little table and have a display. When your customers come to pick up their product order, you can bring them in and just have a room just for all of that. But what you want to do is you want to keep all of your household expenses, and what's going to happen is at the end of the year, you're going to take the total square footage of your house, then you're going to take the total square footage of that room or that place that you have in your Mary Kay business. And your accountant will take all of your bills and utilities and take that portion as a direct write-off. Isn't that awesome? So those would be like your water, gas, electric, and all of that. The whole list is there. Okay, so that is your sheet. This is the gist of it. This is all my notes on there. Very simple. You'll see that I write my own lines on there. You'll see I have Mary Kay open house expense, Mary Kay attire. You'll see that I have my demos down there, and I'm good to go. I have all of my receipts to back it all up.